Welcome back to It Takes Two. So now that we've had our much-deserved rest, let's get back into the swing of things.
Boing.
Also, yeah, we can jump on. We can use the citizens of this town as trampolines because why not?
We're in a snow globe. Anything goes.
And of course, we can also pull grinding like that.
But the real question is, can you actually build a snowman?
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
Wait.
Worst experience ever, game ruined forever, 0 out of 10.
I could have sworn we did put together one of these snowmen in a previous part.
Well, we only had one part before this in this level, so...
Yeah, and I don't remember any.
The activity that was there was instead, throwing snowballs at each other.
Yeah. It's mostly just...
Okay, I should...
Well, to be fair, go on, Dwebs.
Alright, unfortunately, guys, Deji has unfortunately been... he's fallen behind because he decided to make snow angels instead of focusing on the task at hand. So he won't be joining us for this part. Yeah,
He was hoping he didn't actually hit the angel dust among the snow.
well, I mean, hey, it could be worse. He could be stuck on one of those ski lifts with his hands stuck to the rails because he's wearing his gloves.
So yeah, one...
Remember Shiro, Frozen 2010.
Dwebs, Dwebs, go into the corner and think about what you just said.
But I am...
Apparently for a reactor, Pedro, it was enough to make an entire movie
Well,
about
okay,
that.
so start thinking then.
yes, I did think, and I think that Deji is at least not stupid.
Alright, so basically you can...
Also, to answer the...
Hey, Tail, a little reference to pain, maybe?
Yeah, maybe, actually.
Just like an Astra's Playroom.
Also, to answer your question that you were about to say, Pedro, honestly, I can think of easily a minigame like, say, a button masher, or who can build the fastest snowman, could actually work out.
Yeah, true. I guess they didn't think about one.
Yeah, they just didn't actually thought much about it, which fine, there's enough plenty in the game anyway.
There's already plenty of other minigames we have to play anyway.
So, you already mentioned snowball fights, so instead of making snowmen, we were throwing their body parts around.
Well, yeah, we can destroy snowmen. If that works, I mean, maybe their thought process was killing snowmen was more fun than building them.
So perhaps we can build them if we can also destroy them.
But no one has actually the face of one of the developers on it.
No, this is not GoldenEye 2.
The
original.
This is Neptunia.
Well, it's a common thing because, again, in these days, we're actually replaying the Ratchet & Clank original trilogy, and at least for the early games, I forgot if it's a thing also for the future, there is a skill point that you can get by destroying a specific snowman in some snow levels, but as the face of one of the developers. Then something, I forgot the name.
Ooh, a catapult of sorts.
Well, that could come in handy.
But first, let's see what's in here. I think. I actually forgot what we'd do first. Yeah, we're gonna try this first. That didn't work out.
Death.
Okay, maybe, okay, clearly we did something wrong. Let me see.
What a great... Okay, is that a suicide slingshot or something?
Okay, clearly it must serve some kind of purpose. Hold on, we're just not figuring it out. Hold on, Dwebs.
Don't you see, Dwebs? It was made by the same committee who made the gun that fires backwards from Ballistic X vs. Sever.
Of course, I do.
Why does that exist?
I had a feeling that would happen. Well, that's the thing, Shiri. That film's supposed to be one of those more darker and grittier action movies, and yet it has bits like guns firing backwards.
Actually, I'm curious. What was Tio and Shuri's reaction to that on the?
It has been a long time. I actually forgot.
And yet, still, our original commentary is one of our most popular videos of that movie, and I could not have cared less.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I lost my Wi-Fi connection, so I guess we need to restart this part somehow.
Oh no! Whatever will we do? It's like when the Wi-Fi connection kept going when I was playing the 7 remake.
It's a good thing I'm not. It's a good thing I'm not playing this on the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, like that. Oh yeah, like when we tried doing co-op and it just went.
Well, no, there's because of the always online the RM thing that console has, as demonstrated by Modern Vintage Gamers video. All right, let's see. There we go.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be if you stayed on it too long, they explode.
No. Basically, the idea goes, see, basically me and Vanessa weren't figuring it out, but that thing is actually creating targets. There you go, see? This is exactly what was talking about in the previous part. Yeah, like even something as a simple gimmick as just magnets, the developers managed to squeeze in as many unique ideas for how to use them as possible.
I love the timing of that first attempt. It was like, I don't want to fall. Oh shit, I'm falling.
Going up.
So there you go.
Going down, going all around.
For a moment, I thought you were about to quote Suburban Commando.
No, I'm quoting. Come outside.
What are you, nuts? It's the 90s. We're gonna sue you. That's one of the best lines ever in an action movie, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I should.
Which movie was that from?
Suburban Commando.
Oh yeah, Suburban Commando. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, let me guess. You want to time me? I forgot the exact rant that Hulk goes through, but he's like, he basically says, "Oh, let me guess. You want to kill me?" and blah blah blah. And then the guy's like, What are you nuts? This is the 90s. We're gonna sue you."
Okay.
Something about being killed and then being fed to like wild animals or something.
And also the great introduction of our main hero, the man who just leaves the guy who's supposed to save to die and get blown up on the ship while he escapes.
Okay.
And also, not to mention the fact that the director, writer, and whole cool game himself, no one in the team, actually recognized the arcade cabinet of Afterburner, instead mistook it for an Alien video game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless that was the intention, but I doubt.
I mean, the character of Hulk Hogan's character, to be fair, is a space alien.
I get it, maybe.
Oh yeah, but the kid should know better. Yeah, but the kid should know better, though.
That is true as well.
I will say this: I'm not entirely sure what to make of Suburban Commando. Don't get me wrong; it's overall probably not a good movie, but I don't know. I can't really call it terrible.
Well, Job, it's like Commando. Like, it's technically a bad movie, but it's enjoyable if you know exactly what you're getting into. You know, like.
Would call Commando technically a bad film? Like, I'd argue that Commando is one that definitely flows into what kind of movie it is supposed to be, whereas Suburban Commando feels like it's trying to be a bit of everything. It's trying to be the action movie, where it's also trying to be the tough guy gets to know these kids suddenly bout of thing with some
and it also has the Undertaker in it.
Mm-hmm.
Although one thing I will say, Suburban Commando has a better soundtrack than Commando.
Debatable.
Also, Jova,
did I strike a nerve with somebody?
Also, I
don't think so, but whatever.
It's very easy, Jova. It's kind of like something like, say, Star Kid. It's a 90s movie, for whatever that intended.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though, too. It was the last feature film that the guy who directed it made.
Hold on.
Waited for my Christmas presents. But what happened to the gifts at home?
Oh, I hid them. Those were your presents the next year.
Smart as always, mate.
Uh-huh.
So why are you jogging around while you're talking?
Feet.
Keeps me warm.
You're a doll!
I forgot. Did they actually mention if they feel pain? The death aside.
I feel maybe it's one of those things where they temporarily do, but it's instantaneous death, so it's fine, I guess.
They did mention feeling cold last part, if anyone is wondering.
Yeah, that is
That's
true.
the reason why they got these winter clothes.
That is true. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a hat.
Wait a minute. Snowmen drinking hot cocoa. They should melt.
Jova, this is. Are you just now questioning the logic of this universe? This is a universe where vacuum cleaners talk to you.
Oh, speed
and squirrels change you to fighting games.
Ooh, a speed race.
Ooh, top hat.
Yes.
Hey,
I
guys, look
played
at- I got-
Mario Odyssey.
I got myself a top hat.
I think it's the 4th of July one.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure.
Wait. Why is that snowman T-posing?
I guess we found a glitch. Don't worry. I'm sure. Maybe. Hey, Jova. Maybe he's frozen and nobody cares.
Remind me again.
Oh yeah, he's a snowman.
Remind me if someone knows the title. What's that movie? I think it's actually based on a real life story. If not, my bad. But it's about 4 people from Jamaica wanting to compete in a bob slide race. But we have John Candy as a trainer.
I don't think I'm familiar with that. No.
I don't know that one. Sorry.
Oh, this looks
I'll
like
check in the
fun.
meantime.
Whee! Hello and welcome to our preview of the 2022 Winter Olympic Games.
Oh boy, for when we ventured you commentaries of the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games.
Man,
Yeah,
I know
and,
about a couple things. Jesus Christ!
Wait, what the?
Whee! We're going into Jabu Jabu's belly.
Whimsical of frozen blood.
Yay!
Hey,
You're
hey,
literally in a frozen corpse.
hey, Jova, I just actually thought of something since you mentioned that.
What?
Yeah, during the Mario and Sonic Winter Olympic Games and stuff. I wonder if I could do the actual Olympic Games alongside it or something.
Maybe.
Or would that be a bit too?
We just exited out that creature's butt, didn't we? And now we're going down a furnace smokestack.
What is this race?
Is this the one? Is this the one that totally not Blofeld we swear went down in For Your Eyes Only?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But that would mean he and Bond were in a snow globe at the time.
No. He was in. They were in London, and Bond just chucked him down a giant chimney stack.
That's my point. If they went down this one, they would have had to have been inside this girl's snow globe at that time when that happened. And even
Well-
for James Bond, that sounds a little wacky.
Well, either way, totally not Blofeld we swear died anyway.
There you go, found it. The movie's called Cool Runnings. Actually did saw it as a kid.
I haven't actually. Then again, I never really watched a whole lot of live action Disney movies when I was younger, aside from like Mary Poppins. Actually, no, there was Holes. And even Stevens movie. And... Can we use you as the kindling?
Mr. Doctor, you're trying to seduce me.
Not gonna lie, I feel like Harley Quinn would have done better psychiatry work for these guys in that book.
I mean, despite the madness, she actually has a PhD, Trova.
And she has still put it to use even after becoming a criminal psychopath.
Whee! There you go.
Yeah, with mixed results.
So there you go. Electronic controls exactly what they got at. X to swim up, circle to swim down, square to dash.
At this point, she's as good a psychiatrist as Emperor Palpatine was in that X-Play sketch.
So yeah, this level kind of works as both your snow level and your water level, basically.
Oh, so like with Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, except this game is actually fun to play.
Or at least functions better, at the very least.
Definitely.
Alright.
Oops.
Oof.
Oh, I thought that was a bad hole.
Whee! There you go.
Like we're in a mine or something.
Or a
It's more like
submarine.
it's more like a tube system.
It's
mixed
a
with
series of
portals, I suppose.
tubes. Yeah, I know that means old, but I don't care at this point. I knew it! He's in cahoots!
Get.
Please get me out of here, I hate working with this guy.
There's not enough on our healthcare plan.
Oh.
If you need help, blink twice.
So yeah, they need help to repair. Well, that's the thing. They can't talk because
Also, Sheer, we can't see their eyes.
they don't have mouths even. So.
Clap your
Jesus
hands.
Christ, these people are in such an agonizing
That's
existence.
really important.
Yeah.
Check this out here.
Yeah, right. Just throw us some sweets and we'll cancel the divorce.
Bribery is not something we
Also,
look highly
hold on, I
upon.
want to listen to that first.
Well,
Where have you shown May some appreciation for working overtime to support the family? Huh? 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 Well, there was that time when, you know, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't let me finish, you asshole.
The sweetness, love,
Well, the fact that they hesitated pretty much tells us everything, Dwips.
Yeah.
But
For once,
you
I'm with the
yeah,
dog.
some psychiatrists you are, you don't even let your patients finish.
Though, I get. Well, at the very least, also to be honest, this has been one of the times where Dr. Kim has been the most helpful. So I'm gonna take anything.
But
Um,
no, I'm not. You didn't let him finish.
Dwips, the whole point of Dwips, sometimes just one hesitation is enough to tell a psychologist exactly what that person is thinking.
I mean, what if they're just stumbling over their words or something?
Well, there's a different. Okay, I'm not a specialist on the matter, but I'm pretty sure there's a different. Those are two different types of hesitation that you can tell because they have different voice tones and everything.
I can also give you another type of hint, Dwibs. For a question that was so specific, just a moment of hesitation is kinda enough, Dwibs, because again, if he was so confident, he would have thought immediately of an example instead of stuttering even for a second. But
If I don't know. If I had a psychiatrist like this, I'd get another one.
But let me also, one thing that I noticed, I know that it's been a thing for the entire game, but I've noticed that a bit more in the previous cutscene. Some of the cutscene direction has some weird sudden close-up, but like minor close-up, like it's supposed to be the office, like out of nowhere.
And now we're gonna have
Yes.
ourselves a heist race
Okay.
game.
Oh boy, a race.
Here we
The
are.
rings and all.
Well, considering all the competitive mini games, a race was only a matter of time before we had a race.
Then there's no time to waste.
No time to waste.
Yeah, you didn't go through the ring.
Those are not for something that you need to pass through.
It's speed boosts.
Yeah, they're just traditional race speed boost.
Yeah, Lex wins. Yeah, May wins.
blocking my path.
There we go.
All excuses are valid, Cody, eh?
Okay, if I remember correct, do we do a rematch? I forgot if we do a rematch. Let me see.
Well, I mean, unless round 2 is a swimming underwater race.
No, I mean a rematch on this minigame, yeah, obviously, but no, I don't think we do. No. Okay.
I mean, it'd be cool, but I don't think that's what they're going for here.
No, that's the thing. I don't think you're understanding me, Lewis. What I mean is that do either me or Vanessa challenge the other to a rematch of that race? That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't remember. Because remember, we have had times over the course of this playthrough where we do the same minigame more than once. Because and I remember correctly that because one of us said I demand a rematch or something along those lines. But I was trying to remember if the same happens for this one or not. But basically, the idea now is that we're trying to split up to cover more ground. Vanessa is exploring the surface, whereas I'm exploring the depths. So that way we can cover more ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I know, but for some reason this bit reminds me of that bit in Spy Kids where they go into.
To me, it reminds.
Too, actually.
Because it's underwater.
Yeah, to me, it reminds me actually of the third world from Banjo-Kazooie, which is also
Yeah.
an underwater world.
Again,
Well,
I get a lot of vibes from Nintendo 64 platformer underwater level.
Well, to be honest, I don't think it's Spy Kids 1, not Spy Kids 2. Because in Spy Kids 2, yes, they do go underwater, but it doesn't lead them directly to where they're going.
That is true.
Ooh,
We should. I wonder if we could redo our. Well, I think we lost our commentary for the first one. Actually, I wonder if we
Yeah,
could.
we did.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even knew you did.
Yeah, maybe we should do it again because I still don't see why you guys didn't like that movie.
Wait. When did I say I didn't like
Wait,
it? I liked it.
wait. Because you're talking about that which movie again?
When I say you guys, I meant the ones that were in the commentary.
I was in that though.
I wasn't.
Wait. Could you?
I remember you.
The first
Wait,
Spy Kids
basically-
movie, Pedro.
When we did the first Spy, we did the first Spy Kids movie for the
Ooh.
commentary, and I remember at least one or two of you not really liking the movie that much. Not to the extent that you thought it was horrible or anything, but that you thought it was just kind of dull.
Okay.
The only Robert
That
Rodriguez
definitely wasn't me.
the only Robert Rodriguez movie we have right now is Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Okay, so I guess the commentary got lost. I don't. Was I in that one?
I mean, it's been a while.
Even
at this
so,
point,
it probably was years ago, Pedro.
I mean, at this point, we could probably do a generations of it if it's
Do
already.
it. It's not even going to be a generations. It's going to be our actual one because, as Tio mentioned, we never even. Whatever happened to the original apparently is lost to time. Either it got, I don't know, taken
I never
off,
received the
deleted,
audio in the
or
first place,
lost.
Jova, so he probably wasn't, the audio got broke in the first place.
And speaking of Rodriguez, maybe at some point to get it over with, I should just pick Alita Battle Angel. I mean, why not? It's the least Rodriguez-y film he ever made, so.
I'll admit, Alita Battle Angel had issues, but man, that movie deserved to do better than a lot of the other supposedly great films of that year.
It was boring.
I personally,
I still have to see it.
I personally thought it was just okay, but after actually learning more about the source material, yeah, it really showed how dumbed down it is compared to the source material.
It's weird because, like I said, I know a couple of people who are actually fans of source material who actually were at the very least okay what movie did. And keep in mind, I don't know much myself, so.
Well, no, see, my main problem. Here's the main problem that I definitely took an issue with. The climax in particular. The climax in both versions is radically different in terms of its scenes because let me put it this way. You know how? Well, actually, no. Is anybody? Taylor hasn't watched the movie yet, so I guess I can't really.
We should probably wait till we get to it.
Yeah,
I'll just
might
say
as
this,
well.
Yeah. Anyway, let me explain what this is. Basically, we have to screw the screw. So once again, I gotta use the poles in the right way. One of us pulls, the other one pushes. So
there's an Omni wrench when you need one.
Yeah. Sorry, Theo. No Omni wrench can help us here. Okay, so basically we're trying to figure this out because it can be a bit difficult to figure out the whole pulse thing. So give us a minute.
Also, yeah, that anglerfish is not helping things.
Well, to be fair, gotta have something to, make this a challenging of sorts instead of just being mature.
Jova, it's right there. The one in Soma actually they can legitimately be scary.
Even if you get eaten, you just respawn anyway, so it's not that big a deal. It's more so like I said, the primary hook of the gameplay of this game is not so much challenge. Not that there isn't challenge, there is challenge. It's just that it's not like it's not like this game aims to be like a big challenge in the traditional sense of the word. More so, this game is more about the co-op experience. Having fun with your co-op partner, talking to each other, and planning accordingly, synchronizing your movements all together. That's the whole primary appeal of the gameplay, which is why I regard it as the best co-op game ever made, because I've never played a co-op game that really nails it to this level. Go on.
A Way Out also had an infinite amount of lives. It just has a slower pacing to begin with in terms of when you respawn, if I recall.
All right, let's see.
Especially because
basically
it was
about
the cinematic experience more than anything.
Basically, the idea is that we have to help the co-workers get their machine thingy going on. So we have to screw all these things. The problem is,
which in turn will turn back the sweetness in the relationship.
Well, remember to that's most. Well, to be fair, that's most that's just because this is they're a sugar thing place.
Yeah.
You know, they're just it's kind of like with the magnets being here because
metaphor, yeah.
for the attraction thing. So it's just Dr. Akeem being cheeky as always.
Yeah, obviously. And like I said, it's been one of the few, at least so far, it has been one of the few times where he has actually been helpful even with his metaphors. So yeah. But it's funny, Jova, because at least in terms of both anime movies and stuff that we technically did, I completely forgot, to be honest, despite the fact that I was in there. I know it's been a while, but I completely forgot what's the plot and in general development of the Speed Racer movie. Despite the fact that we all did it together, and I distinctly remember paying attention to the movie. I just simply forgot how the movie is. I know John Goodman is in it. I know the monkey is not a CGI one, but an actual monkey. But that's pretty much it.
Quite a bit of time has changed, and now I can see why that movie did get a cult following. It's that it's more akin to the manga as opposed to the anime.
But again, I saw Pedro actually did show me the anime, and yes, it kind of gets insane very fast.
Wait, which anime? Sorry.
Speed Racer.
Oh yeah, Speed Racer. Well, yeah. The Wachowskis movie supposedly is more faithful to the manga than the anime, which is fine. Don't get me wrong.
Honestly, like I've said, I feel like maybe if that movie just had better marketing and let people know, okay, it's going to be more akin to the manga than the anime, reception probably would have been better at the start, and that's probably why stuff is good.
I don't know, Jova. Those seizure-inducing visuals are not really helping the movie, if you ask me.
Yeah, Jova, the movie isn't helping itself, to be honest.
Also remember,
I'm fine with it.
Also
but anyway,
remember,
You're fine with nearly being blinded? Okay, then.
movies that are based on Japanese media but have a Western adaptation have a stigma to begin with. That they need to actually bypass with their actual quality. So there is also that. It's the entire reason why also the Ghost in the Shell movie turned out the way it did.
The Ghost in the Shell movie had
this is what I mean, Drova, in a sense that just the fact that they try to do one and they try to change it according to make it more of a traditional Western movie, was one of the key factors in how it couldn't actually succeed no matter what it did.
Like, that's something. I'll give Speed Racer credit. That didn't fall into the trap of just trying to make it your typical Western movie. The Ghost in the Shell movie, that did. Partially thanks to Scarlett Johansson herself, but, well...
Then again,
I actually just... No. You guys go ahead and finish, I guess, before
I swear. Scarlett Johansson, great actress, but she can sometimes be her own worst enemy in some of the roles she picks out. Like, there's I think it's College Humor. Basically, there's the series where you have this guy who plays the agents of typical actors here. The Scarlett Johansson video pointed out Scarlett Johansson's knack for wanting to play very controversial roles, supposedly to break new ground, but in reality is pretty much a bad idea.
He wants to be everyone and she can't.
Also,
but let me...
I think it goes, the most infamous version, and yes, this actually happened, was when she wanted to play a trans man. Like, the studios were all, Scarlett, no. Just, no. And
she also tried to play... Oh, sorry, Tio.
No, go on.
Hasn't she also tried to play people of ethnicities and races? She certainly is not.
Which actually does say
it's like what they did in North, basically. Where they painted Kathy Bates' face.
Actually have fallen into that with
oh my god. Well, apparently we learned nothing from North, apparently.
You were saying, Tio?
Yeah, I was about to say, again, the Wachowskis also fell into that with Cloud Atlas.
True.
It actually has people like Hugo Weaving actually yellow facing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I recently saw that they were making like Asian characters out of people who definitely weren't.
How Doctor Who isn't.
You'd think that.
There's an otherwise pretty well acclaimed episode called Talons of Weng Chiang. When despite having actual Asians, in the cast, albeit playing the henchman characters, one of the main villains in that is a guy doing yellow face.
You'd think the Wachowskis
Yes,
would
I
be
know, it was the late 70s, but it still doesn't make it acceptable, does it?
obviously, but you'd think the Wachowskis would be a bit more knowledgeable about these kinds of things, but whatever. Okay, I actually just remembered something that I can say about the Alita movie without spoiling to you, actually.
Sure.
Here's an example that I can mention that's very simple to get across. One of the characters, specifically the one played by Christoph Waltz, in the manga, he actually is a very complex and interesting character in the sense that while he is Alita's surrogate father, let's just say he has a darker side to him, and let's just say he does things in that manga that can be quite how should I put this? Let's just say his moral sense is not as straightforward as you would think.
Okay.
You know, in the movie they completely dumb him down by turning him into a generic goody father, good wholesome father figure. And that's just something that I'm not really okay with because you like I feel especially because okay, it's not like they changed it to replace that with something else. Not really. They just turned him into your typical wholesome father figure type character, which and they didn't really make him interesting in any different ways.
I probably asked you already, but does the movie actually end with a sequel hook?
Yes.
Or something?
Yes, it does.
Is it possible? I don't know if the movie actually does it or not. Is it possible that he wanted to save this kind of characterization that was like in manga as a surprise twist for an actual sequel?
There's the thing. That's the thing.
There's a lot to suggest that they were planning to add in a lot of those newer elements for that sequel.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, Jova. If you read the manga and how and when he reveals that side of himself, it wouldn't really make any sense to save it for after she goes up.
Well, okay, to be fair, given the orientation of how the movie goes, I could tell that they were pacing things differently here and there, especially given how they sort of take some elements from here and there. It really all just comes down to this and that. Let me put it like this. Alita Battle Angel is a fine movie. It's perfectly fine. But it does feel like one of those cases where, unfortunately, unless you're a real big fan of, like, the original source material or whatnot, it feels like it's banking on the sequel to really get down to the nitty-gritty of stuff. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good moments in it, but I can kind of see why it didn't do as well. Even though, again, I'd say there are certain other movies it deserved to do better than.
Also, composer, I get it, but this is not Journey. I get it. It's whimsical, but we activated a piece of machinery. But
What, the Journey?
No. The actual video game called just Journey.
Because now you got me imagining Alex Hunter doing all this stuff.
All right,
PZA.
all right, everybody. Tune in next time, where, if I remember correctly, we finish the snow level in the next part. So see you then.
Yeah.
Really good.